In the heart of Chicago's bustling South Side, where the wind off Lake Michigan carried the faint scent of steel mills and unfulfilled promises, lived Marcus Hale. At 42, Marcus was the kind of man who'd built his life brick by brick, only to watch it crumble under the weight of someone else's greed. He wasn't a hero from the movies. No chiseled jaw or secret fortune. Just a regular guy with calloused hands from years on construction sites, a faded tattoo from his army days in Iraq, and a laugh that could fill a room when times were good. Marcus had grown up in a cramped apartment in Englewood, one of those neighborhoods where hope was as scarce as green spaces. His mom worked double shifts at a diner. His dad, long gone after a factory accident, left him hooked on painkillers. Marcus enlisted at 18, did 2 tours, came back with a Purple Heart and nightmares that woke him sweating in the dead of night. He used his GI Bill to get certified as an electrician, married his high school sweetheart, Lena, and they scraped together enough for a small house in a slightly better part of town. 2 kids followed, Jamal, now 15, with his dad's quick wit and a passion for basketball, and little Aisha, 10, who dreamed of being a doctor. Life wasn't perfect, but it was theirs. Marcus worked for Hale and Sons Electrical, a small family-run business he'd started with his brother, Terrence. They bid on city contracts, wired up new condos in the Loop, and fixed flickering lights in old brownstones. It was honest work, the kind that let him coach Jamal's little league team on weekends and take the family to Navy Pier for cotton candy and fireworks on the 4th of July. That all changed when Victor Lang entered the picture. Victor was the CEO of Lang Development, a slick real estate firm that gobbled up distressed properties like a shark in chummed waters. With his tailored suits, private jet, and a smile that never reached his eyes, Victor was the epitome of the American dream gone rotten. He'd grown up privileged in the suburbs, attended Ivy League schools on daddy's dime, and built an empire by cutting corners, bribing officials, and stepping on anyone in his way. Lang Development won a massive contract to redevelop a blighted industrial park into luxury lofts and tech offices. The city touted it as urban renewal, but locals knew better. It meant evictions, higher rents, and jobs going to out-of-towners. Marcus's company submitted a bid for the electrical work, undercutting the big players by promising quality without the markup. To his shock, they won. It was the break they'd waited for, enough to expand, hire more guys from the neighborhood, maybe even send Jamal to college without loans. But Victor didn't like losing. He saw small outfits like Hale and Sons as pests. Whispers started, anonymous tips to inspectors about code violations on past jobs. Suddenly, OSHA was crawling all over their sites, fining them for minor infractions that every contractor ignored. Then came the lawsuit. Lang claimed Marcus had stolen proprietary designs, a bald-faced lie backed by forged emails and paid witnesses. Marcus fought it, but lawyers cost money he didn't have. Lena picked up extra nursing shifts, they remortgaged the house, but it wasn't enough. The case dragged on for months, draining their savings. Stress lines etched deeper into Marcus's face. He started drinking more, snapping at the kids. One night, after a brutal court day, he came home to find Lena packing bags. "I can't do this anymore, Mark," she said, tears streaming. "You're becoming someone I don't know." She took the kids to her sister's in Milwaukee. Alone in the empty house, Marcus stared at photos on the wall. Jamal's first slam dunk, Aisha's school play. Rage boiled inside him, not the hot flash of anger, but a cold, calculating fury. Victor Lang hadn't just taken his business. He'd shattered his family. That night, Marcus sat at his computer, scrolling through news articles about Lang. The man was untouchable. Charity galas, political donations, a wife who chaired museum boards. But Marcus knew the underbelly of Chicago, the favors traded in smoky back rooms, the skeletons in every mogul's closet. He vowed revenge, not with fists or guns, that was for fools, but with the same ruthless precision Victor used. Months passed. Hale and Sons folded. Terrence moved to Detroit for work, leaving Marcus jobless and adrift. He took odd jobs, driving for Uber, fixing appliances for cash, to keep the lights on. but every spare moment was devoted to his obsession. He created anonymous online profiles, digging into Victor's life like a digital archaeologist. Victor had enemies. A former partner, ousted in a boardroom coup, hinted at embezzlement. Subcontractors complained of unpaid bills. Marcus cross-referenced public records, property deeds, campaign contributions, even Victor's golf club memberships. He discovered Victor's side hustle, a shell company funneling money to offshore accounts, evading taxes on millions. But exposure wasn't enough. Marcus wanted Victor to feel the same helplessness, the slow unraveling of everything he held dear. He needed leverage, something personal. Posing as a journalist, Marcus befriended Victor's ex-mistress, a model named Carla who'd been discarded like yesterday's news. Over coffee in a dingy diner, she spilled. Victor had a secret son from a college fling, hidden to protect his image. The boy, now 22, lived in poverty in Gary, Indiana, unaware of his father's wealth. Marcus tracked down the son, Ethan. He was a kid with Victor's eyes but none of his privilege. Working at a warehouse, struggling with addiction after a car accident left him with chronic pain. Marcus approached cautiously, offering help as a concerned citizen. He paid for Ethan's rehab, got him a better job, all while planting seeds of doubt about his absent father. Meanwhile, Marcus rebuilt his life on the surface. He reconciled with Lena, promising change. She moved back with the kids, wary but hopeful. Jamal joined the high school varsity team. Aisha aced her science fair. But at night, Marcus plotted. He hacked into Victor's email, not with fancy software, but social engineering. A phishing link disguised as a golf tournament invite, and he was in. Emails revealed bribes to city councilors for zoning changes, affairs that could destroy his marriage, even a hit-and-run cover-up from years ago. Marcus compiled a dossier, anonymous but damning. He tested the waters by leaking a minor scandal to a local blogger, Victor's company using substandard materials on a school renovation. The story gained traction, stock dipped, but Victor spun it as a smear campaign. Time to escalate. Victor Lang woke to his phone buzzing at 5 a.m. His assistant, "Sir, you need to see this." A viral post on Reddit's r/Chicago detailed embezzlement at Lang Development, with screenshots of bank transfers. By noon, the Tribune picked it up. Investors panicked. Shares plummeted 20%. Victor called his fixer, a shady PI named Rocco. "Find out who's behind this." But Marcus was careful. No traces back to him. He used VPNs, burner phones, public Wi-Fi. Next came the personal hits. An anonymous package to Victor's wife, Elaine. Photos of his latest affair, letters from Carla. Elaine filed for divorce that week, taking half his empire in the prenup. Then, Ethan showed up at Victor's office, paternity test in hand. Marcus had arranged it. "You left me to rot," Ethan spat. Victor denied it, but the media frenzy was relentless. Paparazzi camped outside his Gold Coast penthouse. Marcus watched from afar, satisfaction mingling with guilt. Was this justice or vengeance? Lena noticed his distraction. "What's going on, Mark? You're like a ghost." He brushed it off, but the toll showed: sleepless nights, weight loss. Victor's world crumbled. Federal investigators raided his offices for tax fraud. Counselors distanced themselves. His company teetered on bankruptcy. One rainy evening, Victor confronted Marcus at a bar in Wrigleyville. How he found him, Marcus never knew. Maybe Rocco. Victor, disheveled and drunk, slid into the booth. "You. It was you." Marcus met his gaze, calm. "Prove it." Victor's voice cracked. "Why? What did I ever do to you? You destroyed my life for a contract. My family, my business. Gone because you couldn't stand losing." Victor laughed bitterly. "That's business. Survival of the fittest." "Not anymore," Marcus said, standing. "Now it's yours. The reckoning." But revenge has a price. As Victor's empire fell, so did innocence. Employees lost jobs, families suffered. Marcus saw parallels to his own pain, doubt creeping in. Jamal caught him one night, staring at his laptop. "Dad, what's this?" Screenshots of Victor's downfall. Marcus confessed, the weight lifting but fear rising. "You're better than this," Jamal said. "Mom taught us that." Marcus realized the cycle. Hurt begetting hurt. He anonymously tipped the feds the full dossier, ensuring Victor's arrest for fraud, not murder or worse. Victor went down, sentenced to 10 years. His assets liquidated, proceeds going to victims, including Marcus, who received restitution. With the money, Marcus restarted his business, bigger, focused on community projects. Lena and he renewed vows. The kids thrived. Yet, scars remained. Marcus started a YouTube channel, Story Tally, sharing tales of everyday folks overcoming adversity. His first video, The Cost of Vengeance, his story, anonymized, a cautionary emotional ride. In the end, revenge brought justice, but healing came from letting go. Marcus Hale, once broken, emerged whole, in the unforgiving streets of America. Thank for listening and please subscribe channel.